I'm feeling down, dude. I'm just feeling negative right now.
Is it the cold winter weather we can't get away from, Joe?
It is just driving me nuts. But in this video, we're talking about the cons of Reno, Nevada, 2023.
And why you may or may not want to move here.
Exactly. We touch on the homelessness.
We touch on the schooling.
Yeah, we touch on weather a little bit.
Real estate.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Stay tuned. What is happening, everybody? I'm Joe Hanich.
I'm Ryan Chicvara.
And welcome to Living in Reno. In this channel, we're covering what it's like to
eat, sleep, play, live, drink, golf, kayak. What else, Joe?
Real estate, swimming,
We're
lakes,
talking everything.
Fishing, you name it. We're talking about it. If this is your first time to the channel,
you got to ding the bell. You got to hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe to us, guys. It helps us out tremendously. And as much as we love putting out this content, we're licensed real estate agents in the state of Nevada.
That we are.
So you're moving here, relocating. Call us, text us, email us.
It's us. We're the ones on the other end of the line answering those calls.
Yeah, drop a comment below. We're getting right into this one. We are going over the cons of 2023. We're going to be a little negative nillies here.
We're always highlighting why we love this area, right? But, you know, we get people who want it honest, and we're here to give it to you. So
yeah,
let's jump right in.
That's what we do. Number one, we are saying it. Everything is legal.
It's all legal,
everything.
Right? What kind of drugs you want to do? It's all legal.
Well, no, not that far.
Okay, that's right. I was kidding.
If you want a bar, if you want alcohol, whatever, 24/7, you can find it somewhere. So if you got a vice, you kind of drink a little bit too much, might not be the spot for you. Not an issue for us.
No, unless you've got that super addictive personality.
Water.
Yeah.
Drinking water.
Yeah, and so let's jump right in, right? Gambling, it's all around you. The downtown area is all sort of, I mean, it's built off of those casinos that are down there. And then a bunch of bars as well, right? In other places I know I've been before, there are certain hours that you can and can't buy alcohol. There are certain places that you can't even buy.
From Idaho.
Yeah, so you can't get liquor in certain bars and stuff, right?
Yep.
That's all everywhere. At any time, you can purchase that.
Definitely. So. As far as gambling goes, we have the high-rise casinos. Fantastic. Good times, right? Guys night. We'll go play poker, blackjack.
I take my $40 with me, and
it's
win or lose. I either up that to 200 or I lost the 40, right?
Definitely.
So,
and it's not only in the casinos. I mean, we've got a bunch of bars and restaurants.
Gas stations.
Video poker is everywhere. Mm-hmm. And even at a lot of restaurants, right?
Yep.
Even your franchise, bigger, whatever restaurants, you're going to have gaming.
I mentioned to you, Archie's is one of my favorite places. Just off the campus of the University of Nevada. That's one of the few places I do gamble, throw some money in the video poker there basically, but Definitely. It's right in the bar. So
it's just everywhere. Grocery stores, you said gas stations. So again, if you've got possibly an issue with any kind of gaming or gambling whatsoever, maybe think twice. Marijuana is finally legal.
That is the drug I was talking about, basically.
Yeah,
not all drugs, but marijuana is legal.
Yeah. So dispensaries, we do have them around town. Mm-hmm. They're fantastic. In my opinion, you can go in. They're called bud tenders.
Yep.
The most knowledgeable people about marijuana you could ever even think of.
It's like talking to a therapist for 5 minutes. They just say, what are you here for, basically? You're trying to have fun tonight? Have this. You're trying to go to sleep? Take that, right?
I just feel confused when I leave there, not because I'm getting contact high, but just joking. They're very professional establishments, but it's legal, which is fantastic. Another one, a little icky, a little kind of weird to say, prostitution.
Prostitution, still got that little bit of wild west out here.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. It's not within city limits, right? It depends on where you're really at, if you're ever going to even have to see it or go buy it. We just dealt with some clients. We showed a home, and that's why you got to reach out to us, right? I put that. They were thinking about seeing this one. I was straight away, hey, that's a mile from a brothel. It's not like you're driving right past it, but and they're like, no, thank you.
Yeah, so, just didn't want to. And it is one of those things that it was on the outskirts of Carson too, so it wasn't
the old Mound House area. Not a lot of people going to Mound House. So
yeah, but again, we're the experts. We know the area. What you want, what to avoid, all that good stuff.
With that, though, lastly, everything being legal, we have seen homeless.
Yeah, quite a bit. I won't even see quite a bit. We do have a homeless population really condensed into downtown Reno because that's where all their resources are.
Yep.
Right? That's where...
You do have like the food banks down there. You do have obviously more people out and about. So the ability to try and ask somebody for a buck or whatever, it's not something, same thing, out of sight, out of mind. If you're not in that downtown area, hanging out, going to bars or casinos or whatever, you're never going to really see them too much in South Reno.
Exactly. I go take, my wife and 2-year-old son to the Aces ballpark stadium, and we do have to interact, right? We're passing and kind of going through the main corridor where the homeless are. I've never had an unpleasant experience. Like, do I want to see, somebody sleeping on the floor? Like, no, obviously not. But
it's typically a smile, nod, and have a good one, and that's about it.
Exactly.
So.
I've never been hassled for freaking money, anything like that. It is here, so the locals here are going to say how bad it is. There are certain areas, but we're not recommending and buying homes. There's not a whole lot of residential real estate in the freaking areas where the homeless are at.
Yeah, so basically we've got the options for people as far as gambling, alcohol, marijuana, all your different things. It's out of sight, out of mind for the most part. And as long as you don't have that addictive personality, you got more options. You got options for things to do. Anyway, on to the next one, number 2, and that is weather. And we say weather as a con because we are dealing with one of the worst winters we've had in quite some time.
I love snow. I snowboard. I'm, winter sports all day, and it's a blast. I'm about sick of the snow.
Yeah.
I'm about sick of the snow
and
this year.
It's one of those things where for me, it's a con. I'm done with it. But 2 weeks ago, you've got people snowing what they've called some of the best powder they have ever seen, legitimately ever seen, comparing it to Japan, British Columbia, all of that, right? So skiing, snowboarding, it's been fantastic. We do have to mention it, though, because roads have been icy, accidents, that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
Don't drive like an idiot.
Yeah. School closures, too. This winter has been the best winter we've had, probably, 10, 15 years. Mount Rose getting, I think they're close to 40 feet, if not over 40 feet of snow on the entire season, which is insane. But road closures, right? The interstate shut down. As far as resources and plowing snow in Reno, the city's been keeping up to the best of their ability. We just don't have the resources. And so you'll see a lot of neighborhoods that will never get touched. So you'll be driving on ice. You'll be driving on snow for a little while until that melts. And it's been super cold this winter, so it's stayed that much longer. Summertime. We can't wait for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for that now. But we have had some heat waves recent summers,
triple
touching
digits.
those triple digits for a week in a row, right? And so a lot of the homes in this area built, even in the 80s, the house I grew up in had no AC. We've seen homes at $1 million price points with swamp coolers still.
Yeah.
So there's no guarantee. Obviously, once again, we're here to help you, to put you in the right direction. But those heat waves, if you don't have
central air conditioning, your evap cooler is it's non-functional. That's what I have in my house here. Works great until it gets that hot. But also the Pro, I think Reno, Nevada, all 4 seasons, we probably have some of the best weather in the country.
Over 300 days of sunshine, so can't really complain there.
Can't complain, but we want some damn sun, and we want it now.
We just wanted to vent about winter just for a second. So
jumping into number 3, let's talk about real estate because we're agents. So if you're moving to the area, call us, text us, email us, reach out to us. Real estate is been
still
a little
up.
expensive.
Still up.
Median home price is
$540,000.
Like the Reno Sparks area. And it's fluctuated in the 550 kind of range a little bit.
Basically 500 to 550 is where we've been at for a couple of years now. So
exactly. And just the fluctuation or the increase in real estate moving so quick. So 2019, we've seen some appreciation in the 40%, which is it's just crazy. And that comes through supply and demand, right?
Yep.
So many people are moving here, so little homes available. Obviously, right? What are the houses supposed to do?
Supply and demand, right? It's pushed us up. We've seen a ton of new building. Spanish Springs areas continue to expand, but definitely did want to touch on that because your first time home buyer pool, especially that 28 to 32 range, whatever it may be, looking at fewer options, right? With interest rates rising, though, we've seen things settle back down a little bit. And with that, you're starting to get, we've gotten some seller concessions, stuff like that. And it's been good for the market to level back out, right? Some people are still listing their homes crazy high, and those things are sitting on market for days, right? And that's when you come in and start that negotiation. So
yeah, I feel like there's a house for everybody, depending on what your needs are. But reach out to us. We'll kind of figure out if things are realistic. Talk to a couple of our local lenders if that's something you need.
If you're looking and accepting that job out here, might sound great on paper, but you want to get that picture painted for you ahead of time before you get too far into a process that you realize might not be for you. So
absolutely,
that's where we're here to help.
Absolutely.
On to number 4.
Yeah, go.
Schools, right? So Nevada ranks K through 12 35th in academic achievement, and that is per educationweek.com. That's the website that we got that information.
Just some metrics, annual report that comes out. We are moving in the right direction. 2019, they had us ranked at 40th, so jumped 5 places there. But we're connected. We're freaking.
When you're a state as big as Nevada, and we're kind of the 2 major metropolitan areas being Reno and Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Review-Journal just put out about their education system down there, being out of 50 metropolitan cities, the largest ones at least, so your 50 largest cities in the U.S., that they're 49th, right?
Yeah,
so when you're booing the state by that much with sort of a poor system, it negatively affects us. So.
Absolutely. And I mean, shout out to Washoe County, because we do have some of the best schools in the state actually in Reno and in our county. High school, K through 12, like you name it. Shout out to my wife. She's a freaking saint. Keep doing what you're doing. But the school, the education system, the money being pumped in the schools or lack thereof, we can do a better job. There's no getting around it.
But that being said, do reach out to us if that is one of your main concerns. That's why we want to bring that up as well. We get so many people who are like, hey, point us in the right direction. That's very important for our kids, our family.
Definitely.
And we've got some great schools. So
on
to number 5.
Number 5, we're talking about overcrowding. The U-Haul Index has Reno ranked as the 18th fastest growing city right now. And so that obviously, has an impact on real estate, has an impact on schools. Maybe not so much weather, but the other ones. And the reason that we're talking about it is because we're feeling it here. The infrastructure, we're just playing catch up, right? Whether it's the roads, transportation or lack thereof, obviously housing that we're playing catch up on it and will be for quite some time. We feel it.
Yeah, and that's with the freeways and everything. Obviously, I touched on Spanish Springs. That's just north of Sparks. Continuing to grow. There's some main veins that run up into there. And just with the influx of people we have coming in during peak traffic hours, those roads get backed up. For us, or I guess I can't, Joe's basically a local. I'm born and raised here my entire life. Those weren't problems that we ever saw before. So now, looking at homes with my wife or whatever, I'm like, I don't feel like I want 40 minutes out into that way. And then we get so many of you who reach out and laugh at me when 40 minutes at peak hour is a problem.
And just yesterday, we actually were helping a client, did a virtual tour for him, talking about this exact thing with the traffic, and they just laughed. They're like, yeah, dude, we're coming from Southern California. That's not traffic. Like, we'll tell you what real traffic is. And I'm like, no, that's why we do not live there. Well,
I think that's it.
That's it. That was negative, dude. I feel like I want to wash off from that now.
I know. I love it here. So
but there you have it. Cons 2023. Until the next one.
Stay tuned.